What do you want to start with? War games?
War games. Just go in order. Just start in order.
Okay. War games. Okay, when I talk about Survivor Series and War games, they're two totally different spectrums of shows for me. You can't really compare the two because Survivor Series had more than double the amount of matches that War games had.
But they were damn near equally as good.
They are equally as good when it comes to quality, but when it comes to quantity, of course, Survivor Series takes the cake. Because War games, they had great matches, but they had a very few amount of matches. Survivor Series, it was spread throughout the show, which that's what I like. I like when a show isn't all good. I like when a show has some down points because it brings you back up into the action afterwards.
Something I didn't like at Survivor Series, everyone was saying the match of the night was Pete Dunne versus Adam Cole. It was an amazing match, but I think
it was the men's elimination match. Has to be.
What's up?
No, it has to be Shinsuke versus AJ versus Roger Strong.
That match was not as good as it was supposed to be. I'm sorry.
Okay, another thing, Zach actually just told me what he's wanting to do for our storyline. I want to go ahead and throw that out there. He basically says that since it's going to be a TLC match, Lacey's going to attack Ronda with a chair and put me through a table. I don't know about that. And I'm gonna. It's weird. He wants to like do all these spots towards me, and I mean I want to get something in. So overall, what would you guys rate War Games and then Survivor Series? Like out of 10, out of 10, out of 10. I would say War Games for a show with only like 4 to 5 matches. I would say.
I don't know.
If you don't look at it when it comes to how many matches there are, it would be around an 8 or a 7.5. But when you look at it as on the caliber of Survivor Series, it's more like a 6 for me because it doesn't have as many matches.
But as many matches really doesn't.
It matters to me because it doesn't give the show a grand scale feel to me. I mean,
well, War Games,
what they lacked was quantity. They had quality. That's what War Games has over Survivor Series. Because their War Games matches were top of the line. The pops they got, the spots that they held. Like, did you see the end of the last match? Ciampa literally killed Adam Cole, and Adam Cole showed up the next night like nothing was really affecting him aside from his ribs. Like,
yeah, that shit. They did that last year too.
I mean, come on. Well, that was just crazy.
He had a match with Aleister Black at the Extreme Rules match at Philadelphia. He was at the Royal Rumble match. Like in Tate Ribs. He went through a brutal match against Aleister Black. Like,
but you gotta think. If I were to say the best matches on Survivor Series is a tie for me. Pete Dunne and Adam Cole, and the triple threat between the mid cards. When it comes to storytelling, easily Rey Mysterio and Brock Lesnar, easily.
Dominic that killed it. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm sorry, Prince Mysterio is what he's calling himself. He's earned that name. That frog splash was beautiful.
Wait, is he legitimately?
It looked just like Eddie.
Yes, he goes by Prince Mysterio. Not in WWE, of course, but that's literally what he calls himself when it comes to wrestling. He calls himself Prince Mysterio. Like, you know Rey Mysterio's R and M with a crown over it? He has a P and an M as his logo. So, that's... yeah.
I'm sorry, but his frog splash looked so much like Eddie, and it was like...
I know.
Yeah,
that's why I loved it so much.
A lot of people agree that it looked like Eddie's, but then there's like a couple people who say that was the worst frog splash they've ever seen.
It was just the cell at the end. That's the only thing people really crap on. Everything else, it was beautiful to me.
Like, what was extremely beautiful is the height that he got on.
Listen, we can't just talk about Dominic here. We gotta talk about Brock Lesnar's selling. Every single year, this man literally goes out there and kills it and nobody bats an eye. Every single year. See, when Brock Lesnar comes to work, he comes to work. Survivor Series is that's his show. Every single year for the past, I would say, 3 years. Like... Brock Lesnar has been killing it.
Finn Balor earlier this year was pretty damn nice.
That was decent.
His worst match was against Seth.
My favorite one was Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan.
See, that's the thing. Brock Lesnar works best. Brock Lesnar works best with guys that are smaller than him, that are more athletic than him, that are faster and quicker than him.
That's what he works
because that's what he works best with. Exactly. Because he knows Brock Lesnar, people crap on him all the time, but listen, that man knows how to make somebody look good. And I mean good. Look at Daniel Bryan. He may have lost, but Daniel Bryan looked like a complete star. Same with AJ Styles. Same with Finn Balor. That put Finn Balor over so much.
Whenever we go over Daniel Bryan versus
The Fiend.
Yeah, I got something to say, but
I suppose we can go ahead and do that. What did you guys think?
Y'all don't realize what's going on with the
I have a
Fiend
very strong opinion myself on that.
Well, Cam, you go first with your strong opinion.
Okay. Everyone
next.
was saying that it was lackluster. To me. Everyone was saying to me that it was lackluster and they expected more out of Daniel Bryan and The Fiend because of their past.
It was perfect. I thought
Listen, I thought it was perfect. It built The Fiend up a lot more than they did with the Seth matches. In the Seth matches, they made him look too unbeatable. When he went in there with Daniel Bryan looked like he was getting in The Fiend's head every single time, and The Fiend just brushed it off.
It looked like he almost would have beat him.
Those yes kicks were beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yes kick after yes kick after yes kick. And The Fiend just laughed it off. It was amazing. The storytelling was superb. They could have done more with their past. But oh my god, Daniel Bryan, that running knee, it made people feel like he could pull it off, but no, The Fiend kicks out. The Fiend, it continues to build himself up more and more, and that just makes it even more of an impact whenever he finally loses, possibly at WrestleMania, possibly at SummerSlam, or beyond.
I heard it's gonna be the Roman. That's what I was hearing.
Okay, my opinion on that. Listen, I don't like Roman. I've never liked Roman at all. I didn't like him when he was in the Shield. I don't know why. I just never have. I never really cared for the guy. No charisma. Nothing. All he is a powerhouse to me. But listen, he has a little bit grown on me. He has grown on me a little bit because he has been out of the title picture. He's been doing his own thing, and he's been doing good with what he's been dealt. The cards he's been dealt, they may not be the best cards in the deck, but he makes it work. His promos, he doesn't even cut promos anymore. Have you noticed that? That's a good thing because the thing about it is with Drew McIntyre, yes,
he doesn't need to.
Yes, exactly. It was trash. His feud with Drew McIntyre was trash. I will admit that. But
I liked it.
That ordeal with Eric Rowan, he made Eric Rowan look like a complete stud in that ring. Dude, Eric Rowan came out of that looking better than he's ever looked in his entire career. And that all goes to Roman. Look at Roman when he worked with AJ. He made AJ look like a complete star, and at that time AJ was new to WWE.
Didn't need Roman to be a
I know,
star.
but listen, if you think about it, Roman was the first one to really put him over in a really great match. Chris Jericho had a good match with him. Yes, he had several good matches with him, but he did not put AJ over.
What about John Cena?
That was after Roman.
That was after Roman.
Yeah, that was after Roman.
That was right after Roman.
That was literally directly after. Because after those matches,
low-key spanned like half a year too.
It did. Which I feel like one of these days we are going to see AJ Styles versus John Cena one last time. I feel like that's going to happen. We're going to see Randy versus John Cena again. We're going to see John Cena versus more younger talent. No, we're not going to see that. I feel like we're not going to see any Hulk Hogan matches ever again, which is a great thing. I don't want him in the ring anymore. He's too old.
Way sidetracked. Back to the Fiend.
Yeah, back to the Fiend.
Yeah.
Ford, you're up.
Okay. You realize every time the Fiend goes against somebody, he ends up changing their character? Like how Finn Balor went back to NXT, became Prince Devitt. Seth is turning heel. Daniel Bryan went back to the S's. I just thought that was
Finn. Like, okay, Finn turned. Basically, what you're saying is Finn turned heel. Seth turned heel somewhat. He's just embracing his online persona, but he's basically turning heel. Then you have
he's heel.
Yeah, but I'd say he's in the process of it right now. Then you have Daniel Bryan turning face. So they could work that into a storyline saying that the Fiend changes people. They could say that when you get in there with the Fiend, you don't walk out the same. And I think that's a very smart move. Because it's believable because you see it on TV. You see it every single week. When you see Finn Balor, that's a different Finn Balor that faced the Fiend. Like that's an amazing story. I don't know.
Okay, well, my opinion about it, it's sort of the opposite of your opinion, Cameron. It seems like they're more humanizing the Fiend, where like he needs to be looked at as a killer. Like, look at the Seth Rollins matches versus the Daniel Bryan one. He went through hell and kicked out of one. Daniel Bryan hit him with one running knee, and he kicked out at 2.
That's true.
And it was a late 2.
That's very true, actually. Which I'm not really against that, but at the same time,
I feel like a yes lock during that match.
I don't think so. No. But I feel like they should have they should bring him like in the middle of the two. They shouldn't make him unbeatable, because that's very unbelievable to anybody, even kids, I'm sure. Then
I don't know, man.
Because the Undertaker was never really unbeatable. He was beatable at one time. It's just nobody really had the guts to beat him. Like when he beat Hulk Hogan and Bobby the Brain Heenan said Hulkamania is dead. You know how many kids were completely terrified by that? We need that kind of moment with the Fiend. He needs to go over somebody really, really huge, a huge star. And the thing about it is, there is almost nobody on the current roster that is that big of a star to put the Fiend over and make it really believable.
Hell no, he'll get fucking destroyed by Brock.
The thing about it is that
I want to see Fiend.
That's predictable because Seth beat Brock, and the Fiend beat Seth. So I mean, that's kind of, it makes sense. It would make sense to me if I was 10 years old. Like that makes sense to anybody.
Yeah, I can do y'all hardcore title match. Yeah, I'm done.
I'm gonna edit Akane actually.
But I think the Fiend personally, you know how they said they're gonna debut a new face on the Firefly Funhouse.
Yeah, what do y'all think about that?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a new face. I think it's gonna be Bray Wyatt, but it's gonna be a new persona. Like, you know how you got heel is the Fiend, well, not heel, Hurt. That's the Fiend. He's finna debut heel. That's what I think.
Why is Tony mad about that?
He lost.
Literally, I didn't even change her moveset or anything. That's just how she is. Yeah.
Oh, he left? Damn. But it's like continue.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I added him back.
Yeah, that title's just gonna default back to me. But
at least, because...
Nah, oh damn, I'm not even on that show. That's not even possible. Fuck.
Okay. My only problem with it possibly being Liv Morgan is that she's on Raw. She got drafted to Raw.
I don't think it's gonna be her.
So it's not gonna be Liv. I mean, it could be. Because if you think about it, the Firefly Funhouse isn't really it is subjugated to one show because it's only showing on SmackDown, but it's really its own thing if you think about it.
Oh, how they had Bray Wyatt on Raw, but Firefly Funhouse was on both shows?
Yeah.
Like when it first started?
Yeah.
I got you.
I don't know.
Cause his feud was with Finn Balor, who was on SmackDown, but he was on Raw.
Oh, he's not mad at me or anything. He's mad at the game. Okay. I don't know what to do with Akane. I really don't know.
You should do a match.
Not at the moment.
You shouldn't do a match. We should keep doing whatever we're doing.
Akane looks so odd. We are. No, what? Okay, next up. Oh yeah, one that I've been looking forward to. Raw. Oh my god. Still a crappy show last night, my opinion. I'm not even gonna lie.
For the past 2 weeks, there's been great matches on Raw. I don't know.
Great matches, but not great content.
Well, that's something I don't like. Every time there's a great match going on, they have someone. McIntyre and Kevin Owens. That was one of the best matches I've seen in a while.
Damn, the week before that, they had Kevin Owens versus Ricochet. That shit was fire.
That shit was fire. And then this week we had that not the fatal four. It had Seth versus KO, which was actually going really well. Kevin Owens is starting to get like over with himself again. He's starting to have that confidence to go out there and put on a good match.
Mm-hmm.
And
which is a good thing.
Making everybody else look good. That War Games match with Owens too, that was a classic 5-star match.
Mm-hmm.
I like how they tried to see. I like how people thought that he wasn't finna get hit with that damn power driver, and fucking Adam Cole fucking rolled him into it. That shit was fire.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I don't think has War Games ever like really disappointed. Like,
no.
War Games, like the first War Games was probably the worst War Games, but to be fair, it was a great match.
It was new. Like, it was new. They didn't really perfect the formula of it.
Cause they had that weird ass 3-on-3-on-3 shit. Like, that shit was retarded.
Yeah, no. But I mean, it's still great television to see. Like, I wasn't opposed to it at all.
NXT is gonna be. I'm gonna tell y'all this now. NXT is gonna hit over 1 million viewers this week.
No. Well, they're not too far off. They're at 900,000.
Cause that Survivor Series, people gonna be like, well, they just beat my favorite wrestler, so what if they gonna have that type of mindset? They gonna try to watch it.
Dude, Akane is a big guy.
AEW is gonna go back to beating him.
Not this week. There's no way they're gonna do it this week. You honestly believe this week?
I honestly believe 100% AEW is gonna beat them.
Why do you say that?
A couple reasons. The title's on the line with Chris Jericho and Scorpio Sky.
Man, we know who's gonna lose. We know who's
Chris Jericho's going over. I'm sorry. Like,
honestly, I have my money on Scorpio Sky at this point because while Jericho does have the inner circle on his side, Scorpio Sky has got SCU, and SCU is nobody to fuck with.
That's true.
No, what I mean is that they can't just implement. He's already won half of the tag team champion. You can't just come in here. Well, let me just have a match. He didn't even want to have the match storyline wise.
Yeah, he did.
No, he legit said he didn't want the match.
Scorpio Sky.
On TV, yes, storyline wise, he was like, I don't even want the match, and he was like, and then Chris Jericho was like, you know what, you got it, and then he was like, he didn't want it.
You realize that was like just trying to make Jericho look stupid with like manipulation, saying, I don't want the match. Oh yeah, you don't want it. Well,
that's
you get
true.
It anyways.
That's true.
Of course, he wanted the match. I like what they do with Inner Circle. I just think maybe Sammy Guevara should be on his own, and like it's not just the title matches going on. Lately, they've been having matches with like Jon Moxley every week, and everybody wants to tune in for Jon Moxley because his matches, while they're not like the 5-star technical matches or what AEW is, the flippy divey shit, it's a good like fight. Like Darby Allin and Jon Moxley had a match last week. He put him in a fucking body bag. That shit was awesome.
Coffin drop into La Coquina. Oh my god.
That was great.
Oh, that was just poetry in motion.
Didn't he hit the fucking the dirty deeds off like the top rope or some shit?
Yeah.
That shit was
beautiful. And it's called the Paradigm Shift.
Yeah.
And it's so many. It's 3 fucking names. I
kept calling it the pendulum shift. So,
I kept calling it the Death Rider. I was like, whatever.
Hey, that's what it was in New Japan. So, yeah.
Like the way he's been hitting it lately since Full Gear.
Oh yeah, this Draven Hour. Draven, what you got to talk about AEW?
I love AEW.
Listen, anybody that says that AEW is better than NXT, I'm sorry.
Is a fucking idiot.
Listen. I'm not gonna diss your opinion if you do, but one thing I will say is there is no way you can back that up with the storytelling that NXT puts on every single week. There's just no way. I'm sorry. NXT, they have too much going on right now for anybody to ever even come close to saying that AEW is better when it comes to storytelling and feuds. Like, yes, they're more...
The Go Home, the fucking Survivor Series last week was fucking... shit. That shit was awesome.
I personally think AEW is doing better for the wrestling business as a whole right now.
Well, yeah,
than NXT.
I understand
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
And like the whole thing with like AEW doesn't have as much stories as NXT. That is 100% correct. They don't, but they do have some story, and they are intriguing.
They're somewhat intriguing to
And
myself,
to be fair,
but
NXT
yeah.
has preset stories that take place from stuff that happened months ago.
Yeah,
Like,
and AEW just started.
It's long-term story.
For now, NXT has better stories, and I feel like it will stay that way for a while. But I feel like somehow AEW is going to break through and find somebody who can help them make an amazing story. Like, I love the shit that's going on with MJF right now, where he betrayed Cody. And, like, that promo he had back and forth with Chris Jericho was gold. Any promo with Chris Jericho right now is just amazing. And I can't
Who's
really
that
remember.
big fucking gigantic dude? Who the fuck is that?
Oh, wait. Billy Gunn?
No. This
Luchasaurus?
somebody with MJF.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot his name.
It was like Wellard or something.
Yeah,
Was that a
something
cat?
Weller.
Wellrod or something. I don't really care for that. Mr. Wellrod.
That's hilarious.
I forgot last week that Battle Royale happened where it was a...
Was it like the final two, and then they had to leave the ring, and then the final two gonna fight this week?
No, it's Adam Page won it. He's gonna play this week.
Oh, okay. Because I thought that shit was stupid. Like, yeah, and the final two of the Battle Royal gonna have a match this week.
No, they're not.
That was stupid.
You talking about that ring thing? The diamond ring?
Yeah, the diamond ring. Yeah, shit was retarded.
It's so stupid.
I thought it was a great idea. I feel like more companies should do that. They're expanding it to like where
it's different from how TNA used to do it. TNA used to do it if you got pinfall, submission, or throw them over the top rope. Or no, I'm saying that wrong. TNA did exactly what AEW did, but they did it in the same night, which made way more sense.
Yeah, I feel like it should have done the same night. Well, I thought Adam Page won the whole thing. Like, he doesn't have to fight anybody. Yeah. Well, you see, I have shit memory.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm the same way.
Like, what was I don't remember what I was saying before.
Damn, we done talk more about AEW than we done did WWE. Hell
yeah,
nah.
It's not even called This Week in AEW. Like, come on.
I was like, so you're not in there keeping me out.
Miss.
And Survivor Series is trying to throw in the title.
Say that again.
What did y'all think about that shot Survivor Series took at AEW Full Gear by trying to throw in the towel?
I'm not even gonna cap. That shit was funny.
Wait, what happened?
I thought it was cool.
Basically, at Full Gear, MJF came and threw in the towel for Cody, costing him the title, and then he turned on Cody and just hit him. At Survivor Series, Dominic came in with a towel, trying to throw in the towel for his dad, and AEW did it, and it worked. It didn't work for WWE, and then WWE on Fox, they tweeted out, throwing in the towel in WWE.
Not in WWE.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That was fucking hilarious.
I didn't know anything about that.
I didn't get it until I saw it again. I was like, oh, damn.
I personally really like the shots fired back and forth between the company. What I don't like is the fucking fans, though. They'll be like, why is AEW taking shots at WWE? And then the other people, why is WWE taking shots at AEW? They're in a war. They're supposed to.
Yeah. And then there's people that support AEW doing it, but when WWE does the same thing, they crap
worse.
all over it. And I hate everyone was talking trash about I understand, okay, AEW is going to have their own sets now, okay? But listen, nobody really said anything about them having the same set every single show.
Yeah, that is true.
Nobody said anything. Yet when WWE was doing that, not a big deal. Well, it was a big deal. When AEW is doing it, it's not a big deal. So, it really bothered me because there's a huge double standard in wrestling nowadays. There was back in the day, but now it's even larger because AEW is literally the new WCW. It's the cool fad. That's the thing. Everyone loved to hate on Vince McMahon back in the day, and then it stopped because people finally saw that Vince McMahon had a great mind for the business and was thankful for what he did for the business. And then we're back to square one. So wrestling is nothing but a complete cycle. It goes back and forth, and it will forever do that until the day 100%. That wrestling dies, which I don't even know if that's ever going to happen.
It'll die with the humanity.
It probably will.
I went back and I watched the wars not too long ago. Well, a couple years ago on the network. I really fucking enjoyed the war, like, and the invasion angles and everything. I feel like WCW had the potential to beat WWE if Vince wasn't such like a
the year
brutal
2000 fucked that up. The year 2000 for WCW,
and also like
all that up.
What's the name of the guy? Eric Bischoff. If he wasn't such a fucking idiot, WCW would have been better. He tried to get involved. That's something that Tony Khan said he's not gonna do.
Yeah, Tony Khan, I fuck with Tony Khan because he actually knows wrestling.
Yeah,
he's a fan of wrestling. Eric Bischoff was like, well, fuck Vince McMahon.
His dad's kind of weird, but I mean,
his dad's kind of fucky.
Yeah,
I don't really trust him.
His dad might be gay.
And the thing is, his dad's the one that's funding AEW. So I mean, when you think about it,
to be fair, Tony Khan kind of owns like
he owns it, but his dad is the one funding it for the most part. There are other outside funding like units, but I don't even remember his name. What is Tony Khan's dad's name? I don't remember. It's like some Indian name. Anyways, it's just, I don't know. AEW, to me, I don't have a real problem with it, but it's not anywhere near the hype for me. Everyone hypes it up too much. That's my only problem. If no one hyped it up, then it wouldn't be too big of a deal for me. Like, I would think, okay, this is cool. This is a cool alternative. Which, that's what I've been looking for, is an alternative to WWE. That's what TNA used to be. Then, in 2010, when Eric Bischoff came into power, he wanted to compete with Monday Night Raw, and guess what? That's what put TNA under.
TNA, honestly, one day, I hope I do go to TNA, but I hope I really do not stay there as one of the mainstay stars. But, like, they're too outlandish. They try to be different, and that's good. It's just they try to be too different.
Let's go back to
I just killed the fucking cat.
How do we go from The Fiend and Daniel Bryan and talking about AEW? How did that work?
See, like, when people, the thing about it is, when people hear my opinion on AEW, they think I'm a hater. I don't hate on AEW one bit. I don't really have a problem with it. I just feel like it could be better. So what do you guys think about the AOP and Seth alignment?
I fucking
New Shield.
I absolutely love it.
You realize AOP didn't have their shield, their vest on.
Yeah, they had their suits on.
You know what I'm talking about? They had a match early that night, though. They didn't have their vest. They just came out with shirt and pants. Yeah, but I think this is going to be like Shield 2.0. That's what I think is going to happen.
I really hope not. You can never replace the Shield or even put somebody in between it. Just like you can't replace DX. Dude, if they do that, I'm just going to stop watching WWE. The Shield was my favorite thing ever in wrestling.
What's another word for shield? Is there one?
Armor.
Vest. Armor.
No, hold up. I'm gonna go on Google and look up a synonym for shield. So the guard.
The guard.
Finally getting wins.
Oh, fucking finally. Shawn Spears is such a fucking, like, he isn't an amazing talent, but he's got better charisma than somebody like Seth Rollins, who is supposed to be like a main event guy with all that talent. And, like, He was
Oh my
in
God.
NXT, and he got over, and he got on Raw. I mean,
You know they were supposed to give him an NXT title run. Like
Mike
it was
Cody
only
has
supposed to be for
over
like
500
3 days.
downloads now.
That's good. But and then they just didn't, and like his character flopped, and he left, which good. But I like what they did with him. They made him the chairman. Sean
The
Spears,
chairman.
with it,
I like that.
It
Yeah,
was
I
weird
love
at
that.
first, but like I kind of like it now. A little bit.
And his entrance, it rivals Cody's in badassery. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of convinced that Josiah Williams made his theme, but since he's signed with WWE,
He can't come out with it.
Yeah.
I swear it sounds just like him.
It sounds just like his shit.
What happened to him? He hasn't really done anything for NXT lately.
He's a backstage. She's a backstage. What's my father?
What does he do? Is he with the guys that do music? Because they split
He
with
just does music.
they split with
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, they love
what's their name?
CFO.
CFOs. Yeah, they split with them. And it was only like 4 years that they were with
He's
them.
making a remix to the Fiend's entrance music. Like, it was like a month ago. They had a back and forth on Twitter saying, "Would love to redo the Code Orange Fiend entrance music." And Bray Wyatt was like, "Yeah, do that. That'll be awesome." And he's like, "Oh, is that bet?"
Yo, that would be fire. That would be honestly
Yeah, what if they like
fire.
really let him do it? Like, what if they really let the Fiend play it?
I could see them allowing it to be played at house shows.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
like, what
listen,
I mean is, like,
look. They don't need to pull in Adam Cole. He doesn't need to come out with the Fiend.
that'll mess the Fiend's
That
whole
would
character
exactly.
up.
If they do anything, they'll play it. Just play the music. They
Yeah.
don't have him come out and actually rap it. Like, no, that will completely ruin
Gotta
the
mess the
mystique of the
Fiend's
Fiend.
whole character.
The Fiend just comes out busting raps like R-Truth.
Dude. But dude, what if like he were to rap the theme, and whenever the Fiend gets to the ring, sets his lantern down, and he attacks him with the mandible claw?
Oh shit, that'd be cool. I'm not
That
even
would be
gonna
pretty
lie.
sick.
I feel like
At first, everybody went, "What the fuck is this jabroni doing? Just fucking mandible claw out of nowhere." That'd be fire. I'm not gonna lie. SmackDown and Raw hasn't been good. It's just the way they develop
SmackDown
their
especially.
stories.
SmackDown, to be on Fox, it's been sucking really bad. This past week or two has been decent, but before that, it was terrible. Like they would have
I feel like only the past 2 weeks were only decent because of the invasion.
NXT, yeah.
Yeah,
Was
that first show kind of
the ending to the
Yeah.
last SmackDown? I'm sorry, one of the best endings to a show on a
Oh
weekly
my
show
God.
this year. Jesus
the
Christ!
fucking when they fucking rolled
NXT.
out on DXG. I was like, oh shit! Fucking Leo Rush. sitting
Leo
up front of that
Rush,
bitch,
bruh.
so I can't give a fuck. I'm like, "Ah,
That
shit
was fire. Bro, who is what? Somebody's slick been watching this since like it started. I don't know who it is, but no, like, what's up?
Loco, if that's you, fuck off.
He's not.
It's probably not, because I think Loco will want to do something like this.
But he really would. It'd be really good for him. He needs to get his mind off of the game because apparently it's cheap to him.
I don't like the game either. I still play it.
What do you mean?
I
You
gotta like
I
it.
love the game.
literally like a week ago you were saying how much you actually like the game. You just don't want to admit
I
it.
like it's a love-hate relationship. Depending on what day you catch me, I'm gonna say I like it.
That's true.
You the same way. You be playing games. You be the middle of it. This game is ass. Like,
I really
like,
do
yeah.
that though. Like I'll be talking
with
so
that.
much crap. Oh my god.
It's a huge love-hate relationship with this game.
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking the Vibe House are assholes. They didn't even try to play the game a lot. Fucking dipshits.
Gordon Perkins still plays it. So
Yeah, they don't even have an issue. It might blue screen them once in a while.
it probably does, but they don't show it.
No, they showed it in one episode. I was
They did?
watching it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like right after the match. They
Was
blue
it their
screened
universe mode?
Yeah. It was like right after the match.
I hate whenever that happens. I'll be doing universe and it automatically blue screens and it's just it doesn't save at all. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the broadcast.